Hello everyone, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. This is Dragon Sky, and we are back here with Sam Gunn, who is still kind of freaking out, and we are going to test out the mobile processing lab and basically find out how it works. Now, if I'm not mistaken, let's see. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think this crater is its own biome, so anything outside of it will be a different one. So we should be able to get science from that, because that crater is where we landed last time. So, without further delay, we will go ahead and go land and get some science. Alright, we need our... Yep, that marker right there. Sam Gunn is still kind of freaking out. Okay, let us bring our orbit down and go for a landing. We have 500 and some meters per second of speed to bleed off. Shouldn't take too long. Our first lander to the moon had 2 engines on it, and this one just has 1, but it does weigh less. So, it won't be quite as fast, but it'll still get us down. And Sam Gunn is still freaking out. Holy cow. And at least we're landing on the light side of the moon, since I did forget to put lights on our entire craft. Alright, doing good on fuel. Sam Gunn looks like he's starting to calm down, though he still looks very unhappy. I don't remember if we had him or Dolong as our first moon lander. I cannot remember offhand. Probably the other one, because I don't remember our first landing with a freaking out Kerbonaut the entire time. 170 meters per second more to bleed off, but we are getting there. And we're gonna go down, grab some science, bring it up, redock with our science lab, and find out how the thing works. And pretty close here. Let's see. Alright, not bad, not bad. 85 meters per second and gaining for our drop speed. Thrust just enough to kind of halt that acceleration, or at least pretty close. And we'll thrust harder once we get closer. That way it doesn't take forever to get down to the moon. Put our landing gear down so just in case, so we don't forget. Alright, Sam Gunn is finally happy, actually. Went from scared out of his wits to happy. Very odd. And we've got plenty of fuel. Looks like we've used maybe about a quarter of what we got. And we do have more fuel on our ad hoc space station slash processing lab station thing. So if we wanted to refuel and come back down, we probably could. Alright, no shadow yet. So we are still a fair ways up. Get ourselves oriented up and down straight. We're pretty close. Once we get pretty close, if you've watched my earlier moon landing, I usually like using the RCS to kind of control our lateral velocity. Just makes it easier than trying to constantly corrective steer. And we are approaching pretty fast, so let's bleed off some of that speed. Hopefully we didn't wait too long to do that. I don't think we did, though. No, we're going to be fine. Still got... excuse me. Still got 2/3 fuel or so. Alright, let's... oops. Wrong key. Try and get rid of some of that lateral speed. With our RCS. There we go. If you were watching the nav ball there, brought it all back into alignment, or close enough. And there's our shadow. Just start to see it. And now, looks like we are gonna have a fairly flat landing, if I'm not mistaken. Which always makes things easier. Still more than half fuel, which is good. Leaves us plenty for our relaunch and station approach. Sam Gunn is really smiling now. Watch when we get lift back off and go back into orbit, he's probably going to freak out again. I wonder, let's try a crew report for the heck of it. And no, it just says near the moon, so you can probably, I'm guessing, only grab one while you're above ground. Nope, I wasn't watching our lateral speed here. And there we go. Back close enough. .5 meters per second and falling. Yeah, pun intended. Falling, the speed is falling and we are falling. And we are starting to drift a little bit again, so let's straighten our lateral speed out again. Probably, excuse me, probably means I don't have it exactly straight up and down, but it's close enough we can live with it. 7.2 meters. Let's bleed off a little bit more here. There we go. We should have a pretty soft landing, 3 meters per second, and still losing speed. A little bit of lag there. That was weird. Like I said in one of my earlier videos, I am running a fairly old computer for this, so... Oh. Wasn't paying attention. We started actually rising back up. There we go. And we're ready to kill the engine? Right now. That was a pretty good landing. Alright, let's go ahead and see if I was right about the biome. And I was. See, this is why I wanted to test the science lab, because, see, it says recovery 40 science, but it kind of hints that you can get more out of it. Like if there's either more available or whatnot. So that's the whole reason I wanted to try this. Like I said, I've never really used the science lab. Yep. Right there again, it still kind of hints at more available. So we're going to run all of our experiments. And just kind of keep everything. If it cooperates. There we go. Log temp. Keep. Crew report. And that we've got full science out of it, so we'll just go ahead and transmit that. Do our other goo. Though I mainly have 2 on there just for balance purposes. Keep data. And we will EVA and grab a surface sample. That was a pretty good landing. Alright, Samgun. Sorry about the lag, everybody. EVA report. And see, that one we've got full science out of, so we can always transmit that one. Surface sample, and there again, it kind of hints at more. So, we will keep that. Reboard. And then we will go see what that science lab's all about. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Alright, let's see where our station is currently in orbit. And it is over there, so we're going to speed up time, otherwise known as time warp, and bring it back around so we don't have to spend as much time rendezvousing with it. There we go, couldn't think of the right word. And that looks pretty good. Might have waited a little too long, but we'll give it a shot. This thing literally turns on a dime. Nice. Alright, landing gear back, or retract, or otherwise stow away. And we still got half of our fuel, so we're good on that. Yeah, see, Samgun's already freaking out. I would have to venture a guess to say that he does not like flying. Alright. Yeah, we're still doing good on fuel. And if I do this right, we're going to be pretty darn close, actually. Of course, there's plenty of time to mess it up. Alright, right there. And let's time warp a little bit. And see if we can go ahead and thrust right at it and see what happens. Usually I get into an orbit first, but we'll find out. Okay, yeah, we'll have to rendezvous with it after I grab an orbit. Okay, and let me untarget this here for a second so we can finish our orbital burn. Which, that looks fairly good. Might have been a touch much though. Yeah, because we're mostly outside of the orbit of the science lab, so we actually want to bring that back down a little bit so we can catch up with it. But not too low, so that we don't smack into the moon. That should work, and reset our target. There we go. 2.5 kilometer separation on the dark side of the moon, or darker side. Let's go ahead and time warp around. And if the docking procedure takes too long, I will probably just end up seeing if I can cut that out. But I'm usually not too bad at docking. Alright, that is pretty darn close. And let's bleed off the difference in our speed. There we go. Ooh, getting a little carried away here with our rotation. Alright, I apologize for not saying a whole lot at the moment. Just kind of focusing, make sure we get achieve our goal of catching up here. time warp again. And got a little bit of lag there. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, we are rapidly getting close. And synchronize our orbits, or at least really, really close. And let's see where we are at. And at least we're on the bright side of the moon again. Where is our target? It is... there we go. 229 meters away, which isn't too awful. I'm getting a lot of lag here, good grief. I'm getting a lot of lag. Alright, 150 meters and closing. $100 and closing, or at least close. Sam Gunn is just freaking out. He looks like he's about ready to bail out. Which, by the way, Sam Gunn would not be the best idea right now. Alright, time for RCS maneuvering. And we want to set our docking port as our target now. Like I said, I hope this doesn't take too long. And when I dock, I kind of use a mix of the nav ball and eyeballing it. That's how I usually do it anyway. I think everybody does it a little bit different, or at least whatever works best for them, you know. Yeah, at least Sam Guns is not ready to jump out, at least now. Okay, we are getting close. We are getting really close. Oops, sorry about that. Bumped the mic there. Sam Gunn is still freaking out. Good grief. That's when you feel like asking him, what made you decide to become a Kerbonaut in the first place? Pretty close. Okay, let's finish lining up here. Coming in for the dock. Looking pretty good. We'll turn our RCS off and our SAS until we get a little, about right there, a little closer. I find it kind of helps to play with the SAS while you're lining up. And there we go. We are redocked. Alright, well, I think it's been about a half hour already for our episode, so we went down, landed, grabbed science, came back up, and at the start of the next episode, we will go ahead and process that science and see if we can squeeze more out of it for the return. Don't really like transmitting it for that little amount of science. I like returning it, so we'll see if the lab can help with that and exactly how it works. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, comment, etc., etc. It would be greatly appreciated. And have a good day. See you next time.